Hello, world. It is I, Crownson's Corner, or AKA Crownson's Corner. My name's Ryan. I don't know. It's been a day. It's been a week. It's been a month. It's been a year. It's all been. It's been a lot. All right. So, thank you for joining us. Today's guest is Jordan of the Hippy Life Chronicles. Hippy Life.
What's going down? What's going down? Let me get right. Let me get all the way right.
What's going down with you? I know you just got back from Vegas. How was that?
Vegas was cool, man. Getting home was a nightmare, but Vegas was pretty cool, man. Went out to MJ BizCon, which really it's cool to see the shit, but it's not for someone like me. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm doing podcasts and shit like that. Like I go and make the connections, but like I ain't.
And get the content and stuff.
You know what I'm saying? Like I don't have a cannabis brand right now that I need investing in, or some of that tech they have there is cool to see. Like
that would be dope. Like just going to a convention and seeing it. But yeah, sorry, go ahead.
No, you're good, bro. The tech was like seeing the tech, seeing some of those brands that I follow, I do reviews on. Being able to talk to those people were cool.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? I feel like the whole objective kind of behind BizCon is like people are looking for investors, or like, you know what I'm saying, like network for how it could benefit their cannabis brand or in business. And like I'm just not there yet, so I mainly went as a spectator.
Okay, yeah,
just
for sure.
took the camera and shit, and
get some content, make some connections. And I mean, in the future, it'll probably like even be better for you to be able to Ryan talking take two to be able to actually tap into those connections and whatnot. And so, but I totally get that. I like the first time like me and the old buddy Cameron went to Mita.
Yeah.
And first off, I called it Mita or something goofy.
Mita's all right though.
But it's more of that one's more of just a hangout than really networking.
Right. Yeah. No.
Because,
this one.
Yeah.
BizCon is definitely. I mean, it's kind of like a mixture because, like, first of all, you're in Vegas, right? So like, there's drinks. People are drinking, people are smoking. So, everybody, there's a lot of mingling going on, but there, like, that mingling is like a lot of business being talked about. And
Right.
that was cool.
Yeah, because everyone's more focused there. With Mita, everyone's like they're
hanging out.
They just got done working, and then it's supposed to network too. They're like, I just want to smoke.
Nah, yeah. The only ones really working at Mita are like the brand ambassadors, right? Passing out the stuff. For sure, they are
hustling hard.
Yeah, no, I also went. So I got to meet Luca Brasi, the dude who runs Gumbo. The brand Gumbo. Yeah, that was fire. I met Ted's Buds, had a conversation with Ted's Buds. Was able to link up with him and get his number so we can do some shit in the future when he comes to AZ. Who else did I link up with? A lot of the homies from AZ were out there too. Big shout out to Chiefers,
yeah, I saw them out
there. J Rolling Co. Everybody. It was good to see him. Good because it didn't really feel like I was alone because I was the only dude from Hippy Life that went out there.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I went with Sweetos and them, right?
Oh, okay.
So we all went together, and like I was there to really just kind of like capture everything for them, but. I'm not gonna not take advantage of an opportunity. So,
right.
I'm out there networking, doing my thing. Liddy in the City was crazy. It's called Liddy in Sin City. All these fire brands from Deep East, Terpox.
Deep East, yeah.
Who else was out there? Hold on. I'm having a brain fart. There were so many crazy brands. Ted's Buds was out there. There's this one, I can't think of the brand right now, or I don't even think I know their name, but it's like anime. It's anime themed, dude. Like anybody who hears this right now is gonna
put it in the comments.
I'm pretty sure they have like Zushi or some shit like that. Like that strain is like Zushi or Skittles. But it's definitely an anime themed brand
Zushi
out there.
I've seen the bags
and it
looks
stuff. Like anime. It's kind of like
Chinese,
Japanese and shit. Yeah. I'm sorry, y'all, if I'm getting that wrong, but
yeah,
they look the same to me.
I tried anime. I can't do it. But,
yeah,
shout out to all the anime fans. But speaking of which, real quick, before we jump into the segments, that was something a follower asked me to ask you. So the Hippy Life, like, who is Hippy Life? You're the main, like.
Yeah, no, yeah. We guess we kind of got off topic. So Hippie Life is Hippie Life is a brand, right? And under Hippie Life, we have the Hippie Chronicles, which is our podcast. The Hippie Chronicles consists of me, my guy K Boog. Some of y'all might know him as Kush Monster, Steez, and then T Rose, right?
Shout out.
Yes, sir. What we do is we get together and we have our podcast. We've been doing it for like 6 years now. We've won about 5 awards for it. And really it was focused around cannabis, but
Oh yeah. For the awards, dog. My bad.
no, you're good, bro. You're good.
Yeah. Fuck yeah, dude.
It's really focused around cannabis for a while. I mean, it still is, right? But I kind of told the team we need to kind of like focus and switch from just talking about cannabis this whole time and like throw in some fucking current events, like throw in
Okay.
some
Yeah,
sports. Like we're avid sports watchers, bro. We love sports.
Motherfucking roll, goddamn.
You know what I'm saying?
Tide,
Oh, I'm Gator
roll,
Nation in here, though.
fucking
I'm Gator
Tide.
Nation. But yeah, that
Sorry,
was a good
everybody.
win. That was a good win. I was in Vegas catching out the Washington and Oregon game. That was cool. It was a good time. But you know, so we started sprinkling in sports. We talk about
That's what's up.
movies.
Yeah.
I really started this podcast because I'm an alcoholic and a cocaine addict.
Yeah. Believe me, cocaine for sure.
Yeah, I've been sober for.
I do some too.
No, you know what I'm saying? I've been sober for 6 years, just about as long as I've been doing the podcast. And
Awesome, bro.
I started the podcast in order to have something to do, right? Because you know I went to rehab. I was sober for like 2 months after I got out of rehab, and I got bored, so I relapsed and had like a whole 9-month bender.
Yeah.
And then just without saying too much, like putting too much of the business out there, like I had
Right.
a conversation with my kid's mom, and you know what I'm saying, I stopped cold turkey right there and just didn't. I haven't had a drink since then. um and I've been through some shit, man, like some crazy shit where like me and the guy split up, like the Hippie Chronicles kind of split up, and I was
Yeah.
doing things solo for a little bit.
Yeah.
My kid's mom and I split after like 9 years, bro. So like it felt like I was losing everything all at once, bro. And like, you best believe I thought about fucking relapsing. Like, fuck it. Like, let's go out. Let's have a good time.
Shit for me every week, dog.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it felt like, but what I did was, I started going out with my camera more, right? Like, I was already doing like, photography, videography. I do all the marketing for the podcast.
Yeah.
I don't need that lighter again. I talk way too much. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
good. You're good.
So what I would do every single day was I live out there in Buckeye, so there's a really nice golf course. There's a lot of desert scenery. So what I did was like every day for from the moment I got off of work until the sun went down, I would just go on a walk and just fucking take pictures of just everything, right? Like tweaking my camera, taking a picture on each setting. Um, Taking video, and then offering to work with food trucks, because a lot of people also don't know I work for a marketing agency. So there was like food trucks out there, and I was going to these food trucks just offering my services basically just for something to eat, because at that time I didn't have a job, right? Like I didn't like I worked for Google for a little bit, quit, and I was like, fuck that. I took some time off. And that was how I was feeding myself, was going out and just doing work for these food trucks, and they were just blessing me with food, right? So that allowed me to perfect my craft, which now I'm doing marketing for like some pretty big like cannabis brands and shit.
What's up?
Made a fucking design for Burner, you know what I'm saying? I've done some pretty dope shit with my just literally just getting in front of the computer, sitting and watching YouTube for hours and just doing it, right? I didn't go to school for this shit. I went to culinary school. I got a degree in culinary arts, you feel me? So I took that creativity and shifted it towards like the digital art, right? And just that dedication, that determination that you have in the kitchen, where if you don't got something right, you're going to keep trying the same recipe or the same technique. Maybe switch the technique up a little bit, or maybe put your oven on a lower temp, or cut the bake time in half or some shit.
Yeah.
You're going to tweak a little bit of this and a little bit of that until you dial it in. And that's just what I've been doing.
That's just, as an Alabama fan, that's called trusting the process.
The process. So I always trusted the process, but I understood that the process needed some tweaking.
Yeah. It's never perfect. No one's ever perfect.
Right.
You got to keep going, like keep changing it up.
And shout out to my team, because like, you feel me? Like they support me, but they're also not they're not yes men, right? They'll be straight up. Like if I come with some shit I've been working on for a week
Yeah.
and I'm excited to show them, they'll be like, bro, that ain't it. Take it back to the drawing board.
That's someone that's good to have friends like that. Like who's just talking about this before we started the podcast that like Melly Mel, he don't have no more friends because he put out that really horrible diss track against Eminem. And bro, he like in the middle of it, he's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He counts to 8 in the middle of it. He said, "Hit him with a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8." Look it up, bro. It's horrible. So you can't have friends.
They would just be like, yeah, bro,
that shit was fire, dog.
Yeah.
How much are you paying me to hang out with you?
Like, don't get me wrong, man. Like, it would be cool to have like, a viral video. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I used to create to go viral, right? And one of the best documentaries.
Rick Rubin shit.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I some of the best things I've ever heard. One was from Gary V. Gary V said when he was putting content out, when he first started creating content, he was creating content, trying to make content like that next viral clip, right? And by doing that, like he felt like he was losing his way and like the content wasn't coming out how he wanted it to come out. So he was like, fuck it. I'm about to start creating content for me. Like,
oh, before this goes, did you want to try this?
Shit, I mean, we can.
Yeah, this is
lemon poppers.
This is the made lemon poppers. I've been like just smoking.
It's cool, bro. Like we in a good rhythm. I be doing the same, bro.
Yeah.
That's why on our podcast, I usually sometimes roll my own blunt because.
Fair enough.
There's definitely some lemon.
Yeah, it's definitely it tastes. If you've already had it before, it tastes reminiscent of Gelinade.
Melanade, any of them damn aids from Alien Labs for sure.
Oh,
Lemon Tree.
We don't smoke aids. Don't smoke aids.
Yeah, that that neither.
Oh yeah, that's funny. Thanks.
I don't really care for the lemon strains though. Like anything with lemon, orange, tangy, tropical, that shit I gotta go.
Send it to me. send it over here. I'm fruit turp forward, and lemon, orange, berry.
I could get down with berry, like blueberry.
Yeah, blueberry's my number
grapey.
one. Speaking of which, let's jump into our first segment.
Okay.
I know we just dropped a part of a conversation, but we're smokers and stoners, and most people that watch this and listen are too. So you know how it goes. But so first segment is cannabis journey.
Cannabis journey.
Yeah, so cannabis journey is all about like how you found cannabis, and we already know where you're at with it now because that's what we just explained. But like, when did you first smoke? What did you smoke? Like for me, that I've already told people, it was at like this get together from high school, and from there I was just like 13, 14, something like that, and I was like from there I was like I'm smoking weed the rest of my life.
So do we want like the first hit of weed or the first like the time I became a stoner? Because those years, like there was a big gap in between. But I hit like the first time I smoked weed.
Which one?
We'll start it from there. I feel like weed found me, right?
Okay.
I grew up around that shit. I grew up in Sunny Slope, so like I know anybody from that side knows what's up. What goes down over there?
It's rough.
So the first time I hit some weed, right? Like obviously, I was at some crackheads' house. We didn't know it was crackheads at the time. Like we're young kids. They're just the neighbors, right? We're chilling, playing Grand Theft Auto 3, I believe it was, or some shit. Maybe Vice City at the time. I was like 9 years old, 3rd grade. And fucking they pull weed out and a bong out. And I was like, is that weed in a bong? And they're like, how the fuck do you know that? And I was like, my dad has one. Woo woo woo, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, can I hit it? Like just fucking out of curiosity. And they were like, yeah, if you could break this weed down and get it load this bong. Little did they know, like I've watched my fucking pops break down weed and roll blunts like mad crazy. So broke it up, took the stems, took the seeds out like a professional, even though that was the first time. Dropped some shit in the bowl, let it rip, bro. It was over from there. I was high as fuck, bro. The way we moved around that, because my eyes were red as shit, is we went swimming, right? So I went swimming. because my eyes were always red after I went swimming, because I was the type of dumbass to open my eyes under the water in chlorine pools. So eyes was flamed up red. After that, just went straight to sleep, right? Like everything was good because the way I played it out, went swimming, came back home hungry and sleepy, just like any kid
That's
after swimming.
hilarious.
I don't know how the fuck I mastered that plan out, but at 9 years old, I thought that was great. I did get caught like weeks later. The fucking janitor snitched on me, but that was a weird dude. He tried, like, that was the way that happened was weird, bro. I feel like he was trying to kidnap me, and the fact that I didn't go along with his plan, he just went and told on me. Like, that's how that went, bro.
That's some weird shit.
It is some weird shit. Like, the dude asked me to get in his truck, and he
Oh,
was gonna drive me around to my side of the apartment complex because he seen me come out of the crackhead house, and he was like, "Yo, come get in my truck. I want to talk to you about them. I'm gonna drop you off on your side." Well, my parents told me not to get in nobody's car, so I didn't
yeah.
get in his car. I was like, "No, you can talk to me right here." He was like, "Nah, come get in my truck." I was like, "Nah, dude, like, no, like." So he's like, "All right, well, I'm about to go have a talk with your parents." Next thing you know, I get called upstairs. "What are you doing smoking weed?" I didn't even smoke weed that day, bro. I smoked weed 2 weeks ago. You didn't even catch me. So yeah, I got in big trouble. Didn't touch weed, didn't think about it until like my sophomore year of high school, bro. My best friend, still to this day, Caesar, was like, "Bro, I don't know how the fuck they were getting away with it, but smoking weed at school at lunchtime on school property, which was mind blowing." So I had to see it for myself.
Yeah, for sure. That's crazy. Yeah,
The
because
bro,
even for myself, like when I went and smoked and did that earlier in the day, I had been having allergies, so my eyes were red, right? So when I finally made my way back home, my stepmom, who like I felt like hated me, though she had seen my eyes earlier. So my dad got home as I was getting home. He's like, "Why are your eyes all red?" And she just jumped in and said, "Oh, he's been having allergies all day." And I was just like, inside, I'm like, oh. And I just fucking, I'm like, yep, and just
when you
went
think
right
of
to my room.
when you
It's
say it
crazy.
and you think about it and we hear these stories, I almost feel like it was destined for us to get high that day and not get in trouble that day so we can enjoy our high. Like,
Oh yeah, I
like
definitely went to the room. I think it was playing some sort of Final Fantasy on PlayStation at the time, and I was like, "This is amazing."
right? It was like Halo for me, the first Halo
uh,
1 and Halo 2
yeah,
on the first Xbox, right? Um, and like a lot of people, like, okay, I won't say a lot of people, but there might be some people that are watching this and being like, well, 9 and fucking that's too early. Like, let's think
mm,
about it this way, bro. Our body has cannabinoid receptors in them.
mm,
We are built to consume cannabis. Now, maybe this way isn't the proper way, smoking it,
mm,
but like eating it, getting that full spectrum
yeah,
without that combustion, like, bro, like there's so many healing properties in cannabis that you cannot convince me that this is bad. Like,
right.
you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm teaching my kids about cannabis. I'll say that openly because the more we teach them, just like it's okay to teach your kids about gun safety, it's okay to teach your kids about, stranger danger, right? Why not teach them about cannabis,
Yeah,
right?
it's just the societal fucking
It
pressures that they
is.
put on everybody because they want to control us. I mean, look at it. So look at these three places: a hospital, classroom, and a prison. They all look the same.
They all look the same.
They all look the same. I mean, like they don't want us talking to each other, telling each other this shit either. So it's all about
and you
perception.
and in every single one of them situations, you're on a schedule and you're being controlled by some people, right? You don't really have a freedom.
And
You
then
don't.
you go to work.
Yeah.
I mean, what?
And that's how it is at work. You're controlled. They basically just teaching us how to do this shit. And that's why, like, okay, I understand they say get an education because that's the most important thing. Bro, a basic education, reading, math, writing, fucking science if you want to go there, and even a little bit of history. So if somebody, or geography, so if somebody's having a fucking conversation with you about shit going on in Africa, you at least know where Africa's at, right? You
Or
don't
know
sound
that
correct.
the fucking map is racist.
Right. You know what I'm
That
saying?
oddly enough, all the places where white people are from are larger. And if you look on the map and the scale and stuff, it'll talk about that. And they say it on how it's densely populated, and it's a bunch of bullshit. It's the maps are racist. Look it up.
Bro,
It's
the
crazy.
maps are crazy. And even those
It's,
maps,
it's
like,
all what they put on our shit.
I'm the type of dude that's got to see it to believe it. So those maps to me are fake. The history books don't make sense and are fake. I'll even the Bible, like all that shit.
Ooh.
Could like, and I'm not here to bash on anybody's religion, but like, here's the thing. Everybody wants proof. Everybody, if you tell somebody, "Hey, man, I saw this or I won this. Let me see. Let me see. Prove it to me." So
Yeah,
you're
I'm
telling,
from Missouri. This is a show me state.
right? So you're telling me to base my life off of X, Y, or Z, but I can't see or feel or hear X, Y, or Z.
And how are you the authority? Authority of what? Who
It-
put you in charge? You were born just like I was. Fuck you.
You feel me? So circling back on school, like, cause I heard this shit the other day. Like, well, actually, I was in Vegas, and this dude was like, "Kids, make sure you go to school." Like, bro, college is a scam. College is
Yep.
just another way to put you in debt. You don't have to go to college, bro.
No.
I regret, like, okay, I don't regret going to culinary school because I had a great time, and it kind of put me ahead of the curve, right? Like,
Right.
just when I got
Yeah.
into the industry.
Yeah.
But if I just would have went into the industry with no college experience, I would have still came out great. Because I have that determination and the will to do so. So I would have started at a dish pit, a prep, and I would have
You
fucking
were eager to learn regardless when whatever position you were in. And I think it would have been like for myself, I went to culinary school like yourself, and I feel like I did that shit, but I learned way more, and they tell you that you
in
learn
the
way more
kitchen.
in the kitchen.
Yeah, it's
But we're gonna have to like cut this one a little short. But yeah, man, it's all about how this like control and shit's been going on. But we'll jump into the next segment real quick. We'll touch on this if you got a story. It's Trip Tales. We'll play this little segment real quick. Oh shit. So Trip Tales is all about psychedelics. I'll hit this like once or twice, but I don't really smoke.
a lot of people don't. That's why
Yeah.
sometimes I don't.
Well, I quit. I was a chef. I'm a chef.
Yeah.
So I'm,
Just the
but
nicotine.
yeah.
I feel it.
don't. It's like it's almost like
That's pure nicotine, brother.
yeah,
That's
I
a
know.
tobacco leaf.
I know.
Like, don't let me.
No, I'll hit like I did with Treat. I'll hit it once or twice or
Okay.
something. But it's not like doing some tooting.
No.
You can't do just one or two.
No, yeah, that turns into an all
That
nighter.
turns into a bag. And we're not doing that no more. That's yeah. Anyway, so if you have a psychedelic story or
I have some good
something that you
ones.
learned, something real quick before we go to this real quick break.
Yeah. I'll be quick. I'll try to be quick. I'll be rambling. So the first couple times I did psychedelics, right?
Oh wow,
I did in the
I like
trip.
that.
Yeah, that shit is gas. Like, shout out. I will do that at the end, because I know that's what you
Yeah.
said. The first few times I did psychedelics, I did them to intentionally trip, right?
Yeah.
So I ate a shit bunch, and it was the worst decision I made in my life, dude. I'm talking about, like, my kid was like a baby at the time, and I didn't have my kid, so don't y'all think I was like tripping with the kid there. The kid was gone.
Guys, this Arizona scene, bro.
Yeah. Let me make that clear, bro. Like,
They're just
I'm
waiting. They're sitting there
responsible.
like,
Yeah.
oh fuck
Yeah.
oh,
So
get to typing.
I'm laying, like, bro, I'm so tripping and I'm seeing shit that I lay under my kid's crib because that's the only place I feel safe. I'm like, this is it for me, right? Like, I sleep under there. I wake up. I don't even sleep, because anybody who does mushrooms knows, like, you're gonna be up, like, you're just, everything is just. So I didn't, after those like couple times, the second time, like, bro, it was cool. I did them a little more mellow, but I just didn't like the way I felt. Because all of them were with bad intentions, and I started learning about shrooms, right? Like, and people were saying, like, when you do shrooms, bro, like, you have to do shrooms with good intentions.
Setting, yeah.
You have to be with good people. You have to be in a good environment, and you have to be like in a good state of mind,
Mindset,
right?
yeah.
So, like, I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. Like, when my kid's mom split, like, I know I was not in a good state of mind, but everything else was going good for me, right? So I took some mushrooms. I went to California, went to the beach,
Mm.
and I was just able to kind of like reflect on life and what it was to that point. Everything I had lost, everything I had gained, and I wasn't sad. I wasn't like depressed. Like, that depression was gone. Like, I was depressed
Yeah.
before I ate those shrooms. I will not
Okay.
lie.
Yeah.
And when I ate those shrooms, it was like a state of bliss of understanding as like
Yeah.
this is how life is. Like you lose, but you don't lose. You learn. And if you take it as a L, you will never learn and you will never recuperate from that. And I'm telling y'all, I'm still working on this till this day is taking the L because I've took a major L.
Lessons, dog.
Right. But I'm still like I'm not fully committed to the lesson part. I'm still committed. Like a piece of me is like took it as a loss, and I'm a fucking competitor. I'm an athlete by nature,
Yeah.
so I don't take losses
Very well.
at all very well. Like that
Yeah.
shit bothers me, and I want a rematch. I need to run it back, and I can't control that. So I'm trying to not be that controlling narcissist as well that I was.
We'll talk a little bit more about that and from like and then in the next segment when I bring that up. But yeah,
I think mushrooms are great, right? If you use them properly.
And I'll be talking about how I've used ketamine to get out of that state of mind.
That's okay, because I've been hearing a lot about that, but also like
it changed me. I used like people know me from in the Arizona cannabis scene. Well, some people know me, not a lot of people know me, but some people know me, and they know me as in my past as a real reactive person, real competitive and real like.
That's how I was. Like,
but
when I first started doing hippie life in the podcast, everything was competition to me. I needed the followers, I needed the attention, I needed the drama. I would feed the drama, right? But I wouldn't lie on it.
Me too.
I never lied on it.
I love that shit.
But I would expose it. My reviews would be so well written, but they would be nasty, right? And I would be dragging brands. And I came to the realization that nothing is good. Like, yeah, there's an audience for that, but that's not the audience I want to attract, and that's not what I want to be known for.
Yeah, it's because you were in that state of mind.
My brand is hippie life, bro. How the fuck am I gonna be hippie life if I'm not even like trying to promote positivity or trying like I'm just like you know what I'm saying? So I wanted to take that away. I don't like I've had some slip ups, I won't lie, where I've done some shit and I'm like, and I came out and was like, yeah, bro, my fault. Yeah. But at the end of the day, like I want to promote peace, positivity, and enlightenment and betterment. And so that's what I'm working on, brother. And for sure. The mushrooms definitely have helped me reach that part.
Yeah, and there's a part of that they've helped me with that and stuff, and they continue to. But that's also a different, like, harder kind of a thing to deal with. I feel like a shroom trip to like the ketamine and stuff, and I'll go over that and how that's helped me in the mental health part. But I appreciate you sharing with us. We're going to break real quick.
Okay,
you don't go nowhere, but they're just gonna go to break real quick, and we'll be back with mental health as well.
Habari Entertainment Films present There's Only One Name for News with Damon and Iesha. Habari Live Podcast. Habari Entertainment, a race against time. On a quest for glory. Habari News Weekly, HabariEntertainment.com. Catch us for more. Visit us, HabariEntertainment.com.
In the cage. Sorry.
Let's fucking go. I'm hyped after that break.
Yeah. So next segment is mental health is wealth. If you could go ahead and click on that, please. Sorry.
Damn, just put me out of a state of bliss real quick.
Yeah, that was one of the first things that I made when I was started trying to figure out digital editing and shit. just stealing different pictures and shit from different
Brother.
things and effects. I mean, that's just how you
We'll
do it.
talk after.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
So mental health is wealth is all about obviously the mental health, dealing with that shit on a daily basis, especially in this cannabis industry in Arizona. It's rough. But yeah, like I said, I used to be a real reactive person. But then I started doing some ketamine treatments. And I'm to a point where I don't even like need that anymore. I kind of got what it did was, that knee jerk reaction when someone like, especially in the industry or the community, it's not really a community if you guys hate each other.
Facts. That's crazy. Word.
Thanks.
Facts.
But so
Somebody rolled their eyes because they took that personal.
yeah, shit. Fuck.
Sorry.
I had a high moment.
Hey, shit.
What we say? Fucking
The industry, the
oh yeah,
community.
yeah. I don't like all that kind of shit. It's knee jerk reactions to like all this like hatred and this, that, and the other. Or this is that thing, or this isn't that, and different marketing, and everyone's getting mad at each other. I would always just like have to like, I'm gonna prove myself and I'm gonna tell the truth, and I like, you need to tell the truth and shit. All that shit though is out the window after like all those like the ketamine treatments. Now I see it and I'm like, bro, if you go down that path, we're gonna get sicker and sicker and sicker and sicker and sicker.
Just
And it's not
over it.
and it, yeah. And I'm like, check this out. Like a couple people, and I hate being this person, but like I've blocked a couple of things that have been going on lately, and just completely blocked them out. And I can't tell you how much better my mental health has been by not trying to involve myself into shit that has nothing to do with me. On top of
myself.
just getting in, like, not even, I don't want to even get in on any of that shit because I'm not even on that mental, like, because mental health is all about also, I feel like, spirituality,
right,
and your chakra and where you're at in life. Like all that shit is real low in your stomach. You know what I'm saying? That's that kind of low energy shit, and low energy is the only thing that responds. So I'm kind of up here. So like, even when I get upset, I'm like, yo, you know the outcome of this,
right?
Like, shut up.
That's like I guess that's a double-edged sword because a lot of people like to then be like, "Oh, you don't care," and blah blah blah. And so with me, man, like I was just like you, like very just ready to pop the fuck off, like waiting for someone to say the wrong thing, or you know what I'm saying, what I consider the wrong thing on my post with their comments or whatever the case may be. And was always posting, like commenting on people's shit that I knew was putting out trash weed and they were hyping it up on the internet. You know, I was quick to call that shit out. Now, without kind of like straying away from staying true to myself, right? Because at the end of the day, I know what my values are. Fuck it. Like, fuck it, bro. Like, if it's not my business, it has nothing to do with me. So why, like you said, why the fuck bother? Like, why put any time, even if people tag me in that shit? Like, sometimes I just think they tag me for a reaction.
Yep.
Or for
they need somebody.
They need that.
They need someone to react.
And I
because I used to be that person.
Right. And I'm like, bro, if I give them this, then like, I'm gonna be sitting here literally spending time on this back and forth bullshit that I like need to be investing elsewhere. What is me spending time on this going to do for my actual brand and my mission, what I'm trying to accomplish? And also, like, how is it, like you said, putting it back into the mental state, like how's that going to affect my mental? Because now they're like, I'm letting them piss me off. Like, let's just be honest, I'm letting someone control my emotions.
Oh yeah.
So at that point, I'm losing control, and
as soon as you comment, they get a dopamine. They got a dopamine kick. They're like, oh shit, I got one.
So and one thing I like to like do now is just kill them with kindness. If I'm gonna comment, I'm gonna say some really uplifting, like in in business and sales, they
It's
call
the
it
ripple
ego
effect
stroking.
too.
They
It's
call
a
it ego stroking though.
ripple effect too, though.
Yeah, I will stroke somebody's fucking ego, but I'm gonna be truthful about it. Like I'll say, like just this last instance, like there was a like I won't even say a misunderstanding, a disagreement on some shit,
Mm.
and one of my comments was like one of those smart ass comments, and then my other comment was a very like professional, this is how it is, and I'm sorry if this is how you see it, but I'm not going to go back and forth with anybody on how I feel about anything, because that's what people are trying to do, and whether it's in this industry, in this community, in the world, is they want to control your thoughts, they want to control your emotions, they want to control your actions. And the dope thing about life, ladies and gentlemen, is like we are individual human beings, bro, right? And like the difference between me and some other people is the color of my skin, right? So that makes shit a lot harder for me, right? Like and a lot of the people that I work with and that I look up to. So that's really my focus right now, is trying to inspire those people. I was just in a room full of powerful Black cannabis business owners. How often do you hear that, right?
Fucking
You don't hear that,
no.
because in any, like in business,
Even out here, they've taken them I don't want to get into the social equity thing again, but we're
they
talking
robbed the
mental health.
social
Yeah,
equity was a robbery. It was a fucking
Yeah.
gimmick. It was a way to get everyone to vote on the bills and this and that and that and this. But at the end of the day, my goal is to inspire and to encourage and to use. I'm building a platform so I can give those people a chance. Like, bro, when I was building this podcast, there wasn't people taking chances on me. I had like 2 people take a fucking chance on me. Grow Sciences and fucking Phoenix Relief Center took chances on me, sponsored my podcast, and I fucking went from there, bro. I asked so many brands to fucking work with me. They didn't want to work with me until my platform grew, right? And I understood that. I didn't take it personal. You just made me work harder. And now the next time I come to you, I'm going to come to you with a bill. You feel me? Because now it's not for free. I was offering it to you for free when I was trying to grow and build, and we could have done that together. But since you wanted to put me on the back burner, like, just like you understand, this is a business. Like you told me when I was reaching out to you, this is a business.
Yeah.
How is this going to benefit me? So if I'm continuously doing free work for you, writing these reviews, spending my time, my energy on that, and I'm
creative.
you're my creative, you're using my platform, like, which right now doesn't look that great, but like, to be honest with you,
It should be a mutual thing, man. Like, we only out here, there's enough for everyone to eat.
The table's so large and people don't even realize it. Everybody thinks the table is this size.
It's because they want immediate, because everyone's so tuned to 15-second videos or whatever the fuck is on TikTok, because I've never even downloaded this shit. I'm sorry, but
no, you're good. And that's cool though, but use that like.
But like your guys' attention span is so fucking low. Like, just like you guys don't understand. Like, for the most part, like, you play a video game, right? You don't start off with every fucking thing, right?
You got to earn it.
You got to earn it. You got to go do it. Like, and there's people that cheat, and the shit doesn't end up working out, right? So do it. You got trust the process. We're back to trust the process. Roll Tide. Goddamn, Roll Tide.
Let's go. Even shout out to Big Joel Embiid. He trusted the process. You feel me?
Oh, shit.
But you gotta crawl before you walk. You gotta walk before you run, boy. Right? That people don't say that for no fucking reason. Like, anything worth being great is going to take time.
Yeah.
Nothing that lasts forever was built in the snap of a fucking finger. Like, whether the pyramids, right? Like, whether we had alien technology or not to help us build a pyramid.
It's back to the school shit, dog. It's because they never teach us the real shit in life, which is build, financial shit.
Right.
Like how to handle your money.
It's like, you got 8 weeks to study. You got a test in those 8 weeks. If you don't pass that test in those 8 weeks, you fail. Like, what?
That don't make no sense. And then it is funny because, like, I was talking to somebody recently about because they're like, Texas beat Alabama and then they're in the the playoffs and whatnot. Like, and I'm like, okay, like Texas, yeah, but they're in the playoffs now. They're in the same spot.
Right.
Like I was in the Army and people were like, "Ha, you got your GED." I'm like, bro, we are in the same exact spot right now, doing the same exact job, getting paid the exact same money.
What is my GED?
I was out having fun,
Right.
and you were in school.
Right.
That's the only difference. You were in prison. I was not. And like I'm like, what are we even talking about? Because it did nothing for you.
Anything.
It did nothing for you.
You still got an education.
Yeah.
Like what the fuck?
Yeah, I still know about as much as you do.
When people throw that shit out there, it's
was
crazy.
just so funny. We're in the same job, dog.
But those are the type of people that are insecure about what they got. Like if somebody has to bash you for what you've got, what you've been through, although you're in the same position, you're not happy with your position, and you see me doing all right, right? Yeah, we're in the same boat, and you hate it, and you see me over here doing good and happy and jolly. So you just want to shit on everything that I've done and accomplished, like, and that's just how
Just
like,
someone this like when we were younger, so just wants to bring you down to their level.
well, yeah, I remember being
so they have company, bro.
Yeah, no, yeah,
They
yeah.
fucking lonely.
Misery loves that shit,
lonely
right?
ass motherfucker, sad ass.
Misery loves
Mad
company,
ass.
and that's why making the best decision we probably could have made was like not feeding into that shit and responding to that shit.
Yeah. That's growth. That's personal growth.
Right.
Boundaries and shit. Me blocking people and stuff. It's just personal growth, dog. And that's just what I'm talking about with my mental health, with the ketamine and stuff. Like I have been able to remove myself from that person. Like at one point in time, that real reactive, like tough, kind of like fuck you kind of a person, helped me out. It, like protected me from like when I felt real vulnerable when I was like maybe in the army or like when I was in school and shit like that. And even that times that dude really wasn't needed. So like I can take that dude who's that reactive. He's still there. He's still there.
Yeah.
And I tell him to go have a fucking seat. But it's like Mike Tyson said. I say this a lot. He's like, I don't have to be that asshole, that scary guy anymore.
Right.
Like it's just time to be the funny guy.
See,
so like you just gotta let the fuck go. Like none of this shit matters. Like once once you're on your deathbed or someone's really hurt or some shit like that, all those like you're that fucking conversation you had with your family or whatever,
right.
that little fucking disagreement, that shit won't matter.
It
doesn't matter fucking right now.
Yeah.
So go figure it the fuck out. Someone grabs your fucking whatever the fuck you got.
Yeah.
Or what you don't got.
Yeah.
And just go say sorry and work the fuck it out.
Just work it out. Get through it.
It'll be better.
See, like at the end of the day, man, this is something like I tell myself, and I'm working on just being at like total bliss, but like we all gonna die at the end of the day.
Yep.
Right. So like trying to have those security blankets and those safety measures, like, bro, just be at your highest self. Have your spirit at the all-time high. Walk with that aura, that presence, not like that cockiness, but like that knowing that you're
when you walk in the room, walk in there like God sent you.
You know what I'm saying? Like some people call that, the spirit of God, and
or just
I just try to be being on a pot. Like I try to stay away from touching on religion because I don't want anybody to disengage from the conversation we're having. So I like to talk about it in a more like,
bro, it's all the same
right?
Because like praying,
God is an energy, isn't
praying,
it? Like
manifesting, same shit.
That's how people take him. He's an energy. He's a presence. He's a protector, a blanket, right? So like manifest that, whatever, whether it's a God, whether it's self, like, dude, when I was going and taking those pictures, especially just being in nature, like I was at peace. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like going back to that, like just getting out in the nature, we would just be so wrapped in our own little worlds, like
removed.
For instance, bro, like I sit in front of the computer it's unhealthy amount of time that I sit in front of the computer just doing fucking videos, photos, whatever. So I started trying to go outside more and just be one with like nature and earth and the shit that God put here, right? He put this shit here for us to enjoy it and be a part of it. It's part of us, right? So just getting in touch with our roots, you know, it's worked for me. So
yeah, man, you got to find your purpose. You got to find your peace and whatnot. And I think like with your podcast, that's what, and your platform, that's what you're doing. That's what obviously that I'm doing and stuff like that. And we both have different lanes and stuff like that, and help people out. I like that. That's your goal, especially on your platform, is to help out, put on whoever it is that you can put on. That's dope. Because a lot of people in this industry especially are always about I want you to do good, but just not better than me. And I just really don't give a shit myself either. Like I want you to do better than me. Like I'm not trying to do anything. Like Rick Rubin said, like once you start doing shit for yourself, that's that, and then stop trying to please other people. That's when shit starts going well. So
why don't we all
be
just do
yourself.
our best? I think if we
Find your
all
purpose.
do our fucking best, like again, coming from a team, you know, basketball team, whatever kind of team, like I'm not expecting everybody to be a great 3-point shooter, a great fucking free throw, you know, shooter, whatever, a great defender.
Do what you do
But
and do it well.
yeah, bring that to the fucking table.
I think
harness
LL
it.
Cool J said that.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and a lot of
Or
people,
it was on one of his songs.
and life is about finding it out. Like, you don't have to find it today, tomorrow, but if you're trying to figure it out now, if you're working on something now, if you feel like you have it right now, then put 100% into it and
keep doing that.
keep doing it. Never
it-
never hang it up. Just put that's another tool on your tool belt now.
Yeah.
Add that to your resume,
Keep
right?
going.
If you're gonna jump back into the professional world, whatever. But at the end of the day, never give it up, because you never know when you have to use that tool again, right? I never thought I'd be fucking going and doing photography professionally. So thank God that I went out for 2 years every day and went for a walk and took photos of random ass shit. Like shit that just didn't make sense, but I did it.
It's crazy that how like the skills that you learn on the way to where you're going that you didn't even know that you needed to get there.
And that's just what the beauty of life, man. It's just
take let go, but also fucking live on the edge.
Yeah, bro, ride that wave.
I was listening to Aerosmith.
Living on the edge. And that's like you can do that. Ride that big ass wave on the very top.
Risk it.
Otherwise, on the edge of the surfboard, bro.
No biscuit.
Go hard or go home.
Taste the biscuit. Sorry.
YOLO.
Taste the biscuit.
Not for all the youngins out there. YOLO.
Do it. All right. So last thing up, we'll just plug talk. Play that real quick, and we'll just do a real quick promo. All right. So sorry for all our coughing. We're smokers, and you cough too. So like whatever, dog. So Plug Talk is all about just promo what you got going on, what you got coming up, anything.
Ooh.
I mean everything.
Okay, so I'll say a lot without saying
too much
because I honestly signed some paperwork to where I can't say too much. But
NDAs.
Yeah. And this one is like a pretty legit. It's not like a cannabis industry NDA. So like there's some pretty solid fucking like stipulations in there that could fuck me. So, and just out of respect for, you know, the project, I would love to abide by that. But I will say that like,
oh, dope. Congratulations.
Thank you, dude. Like I appreciate that. But it's also just a testament to like anybody who's listening to this right now or watching this that's familiar with the Hippy Chronicles and has been following us and you know what I'm saying, know what I'm about. First and foremost, like I appreciate y'all. Like for real. You share my stuff, you like my stuff, you comment, you engage, you subscribe to my YouTube. Like all of that has contributed and played a part into what I have going on right now.
It's fucking dope. I mean, yeah, I can totally see what you're talking about too, from like just learning how to try to do digital shit. Like it's like I have people hit me up now to do flyers for them and shit like that.
You know
it's
what
like,
I'm saying?
I never thought ever that I would be making flyers for people, but I'm like, okay,
yeah,
we'll do that. But that's dope, bro. I don't know you that well, but I'm proud of you.
I pray. Fuck it, I'll take it.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
I'm
Fuck
never
yeah, dude.
too. No one's too big to be like to. Everyone
Because
wants to be proud of,
well,
bro. So like,
I'm just proud of you because you're not on especially there's not like a art like a negative like some I don't want to get into it, but you know what I mean. You know what I mean.
yeah, I appreciate that, man. I really try to bring that positive energy
We need more of that.
to be exactly to the and it's been like that, right? I've the reason why this shit people say this shit is like comes off easy is because I don't have to fake it. Those videos, those reviews, everything I do is genuine. Is me, is a character. Like if you hang out with me outside of a podcast, of a lounge, like I am that. I might be a little bit more quiet because like I got a lot of ideas going on in my head, but like
Mhm.
I am the same person through and through. Like I believe in the same things. I don't let nobody really influence my decisions or my beliefs, right?
Yeah.
So I stick true to that, and I want to inspire people to stick true to your guns, right? Because people are always going to try to influence those. And just by me doing that, like these opportunities are coming, and like I'm doing marketing for big brands. This really big project getting ready. I hope it's launching. I think we're getting ready to launch it in like January type shit. Everything is just being finalized on that. Um, but I think that right there is honestly, the gas pass reviews, people giving me feedback on those. I've switched up the writing style, even switched up like the presentation style on the actual voiceovers on the minute reviews. Like
Okay.
all of that comes from feedback. And I appreciate that because you guys are allowing me to not only get better and be great, but do it in a way that is going to continue to entertain those that are here for just that,
Right.
right? Not here for it because I'm doing giveaways. Like when the fuck do you see me do a giveaway for followers? Never. Because that's not the crowd I want. Like I
Right.
want people that fuck with me because they fuck with me and me and my team bring to
Right.
the world, not just the cannabis community, but like this big ass world we live in. Like we just want to do our little part to make it a little bit better because there's a lot of fuck shit going on. And sometimes we don't even talk about that fuck shit because we don't want to give it energy. Like, because your words play a lot into what happens, like, but manifestation, all
Spells,
that shit.
spelling.
Exactly. Like, y'all ever say, fuck, I'm about to get obliterated drunk, and the next thing you know, like you're fucking hungover for like 3 days type shit, going on benders, like, or you say I'm gonna fail this test. Let's go into some like non-alcohol. Like, man, if I'm gonna fail this test, and you bomb this test, like, or now you come in like I'm about to go in here and crush this interview and get this fucking job, and the next thing you know, you get this job and you're offered a shit ton of more money than you even expected you would get. Like manifestation is real. Speaking shit into existence, just speaking in general, like has so much power, and people don't know that. Whether
Right.
you believe in spells or not, like just think about coincidences. And
So real quick,
yeah,
okay, so you have that project coming up. Anything else? Any like reviews that you're about to drop, or can you tell them like
I do have a pizza review coming
pizza
out,
review?
like an actual legit pizza place. Shout out to Mr. Moto's Pizza out there in Arcadia. Probably some of the best pizza I've ever had.
Damn, man,
It's fire, bro.
bro, the universe is so crazy. Like I was looking at pizza before I left
Bro,
here.
go to
Like,
Mr. Moto's
okay,
Pizza. It's in Arcadia. It's some of the best fucking pizza I've ever had. You will definitely love the review. I know. I mean, yeah, dude.
and then it's at the
At the Hippy Chronicles,
Hippy with a Y.
Hippy. Yeah, it's all across the board. Even on YouTube. That's where we're the most active. YouTube,
Okay.
Instagram, on Twitter, X. It's THC podcast _ We have spaces every Monday, Thursday, and Sunday. On football game day, we put in our fucking parlay predictions. We just talk and shoot shit about sports, smoke weed.
That's what's up. Yeah, I gotta look up. I got a parlay going something on the
Yeah, I got
Eagles.
one too. Yeah, let's
Hey,
go. Hey,
look.
fly Eagles, fly to all my
Hey,
Eagles fans out there, baby. Let's go.
Jalen Hurts, roll tide.
Let's go.
All
I
right.
mean, although y'all fucking did my guy dirty, let him go. He went.
Hey,
It's all
hey.
right though. Y'all
No, we didn't let him go. We just wanted to play two quarterbacks because we had two really
that was
good quarterbacks.
disrespectful.
We just brought them in at different times.
But Tua was solid though.
Yeah.
I can't hate on
Shout
Tua.
out Alabama. Real quick
both
for
them
us,
quarterbacks doing great things right now in the NFL.
Next up is Emily the Diamond. She is in Australia, so she will be via Australia. We're gonna do a video live.
Tight.
We're gonna do that here shortly. Shout out to Habari Entertainment. Go to habarientertainment.com. Check them all out.
Can I give some quick, legit plugs now, real quick? Just like they'll be fast.
Yeah, real quick.
Shout out to my team, Kush, Steez, T. I appreciate y'all. Shout out to my sponsors, Girl Sciences, Cannon Planet. I appreciate y'all. And you know, shout out to my guy Boyd. Sweeto, cannabinoid.
Yeah, he's been doing stuff with you and
AZ Dank
and stuff like that.
Yep. Shout out to Sweetos, Miss Iesha, you know, free Robert deals, hashtag all around. There's a petition going out right now. You can read into it. Everything's on my page. Check it out, the Hippy Chronicles. But yeah, man, that's actually like one of the few fucking social equity that's doing well right now, and is actually like has a good purpose behind it. So I'm behind that, and I'll support that shit. So those are my plugs, baby.
And real quick for me, today what we were smoking was made lemon poppers. That shit was fire. Shout out Alien Labs. This is the bag
I like that
I got recently. Shit on the inside, it's pretty dope. It's like Galaxy on the inside with some spacers and shit, all sorts of pockets in these things. Shout out to Sin City Seeds. I forgot my water bottle, but Sin City Seeds, I got some stuff going. Eventually, I hopefully get to growing their stuff. This stuff is on our merch, whatever on the freaking highlights or whatnot. I'm high. At the _healing chefs. If you're checking us out on YouTube or Spotify, that's us on Instagram at the _healing chefs. Everything else, YouTube, Spotify, is the healing chefs, and it's a podcast. So, all right, thank you very much for coming out. This was dope. We'll have to do it again in the future. Tap in, smoke up, trip out. Love y'all. Dude.
See ya.